and welcome to the vlog. It is Valerie. Okay, I have 15 minutes or less, so I don't need to really edit this video to tell you two things. You might want to watch this video because one, I am going to talk about my life and some of the changes that happened recently that's going to literally change the way that I even am capable of sharing anything on my channel. I want you to know that if you see me post anything, I am working twice as hard now to make sure I get content on my channel. And I'll explain that in a minute. The second thing I'm going to talk about is meal prep for my family. Because I had this huge video all planned out, so much so that I had all the ingredients and everything. I knew there was going to be a lot of editing going into it and all of that. But I wasn't able to film that video this past week because of this big change. So I'm going to talk about how I plan, how I meal prep for my family of 5, and how I get meals on my table on a regular basis that are home cooked. I don't like buying pre-made freezer foods, and I don't like buying fast food. And most parents probably don't, but you kind of get stuck in a rut because you run out of time and you got no other choice. So I'll explain how I do it. It might be a little bit of common sense. It might just be the way that I have come to do things, but it might help you. It might give you ideas. And so I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk y'all through some of my ways of thinking. The big change, work. It seems like very little change. In concept, when you look at it, it's a very little change. I work the same amount of days. I'm off the same amount of days. Why would it affect me so much? It does. And it's making me a little bonkers. I won't lie. But I'm a good mom, I'm a good wife, and guess what that means? I will do anything to make sure that I get what needs to be done. And there will be some changes that I'd rather not do, but I probably will have to. So my typical work week, if you didn't already know, I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at the spa, and then I was off on Mondays and Tuesdays, and obviously the weekends. So really I don't work that much. But Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays has now turned to Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Why does that affect me so much? Well, my original way of working my life was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was work days. Weekends will always be dedicated to family time. Me and Rainey both have people in our lives who are sick. And with that being said, we plan and we go and we spend time with our family. I don't do tons of organizing and cleaning on the weekends. That's not worth more to me than time with my kids, time with my mom, time with my grandpa. Doing anything and everything is better than cleaning. And I know that's when most people do things. And if I don't have to, I won't. And so I'm going to do everything I can not to. Next, Mondays and Tuesdays. That's when Mondays was a big organization day for my kids' school stuff. They come home, they have study guides, we finish filling them out, we look over their school homework schedule, we go online, we see what the teachers are posting. I correspond with a lot of my younger kids' sons' teachers because he has attention deficit, and with that being said, I have to stay a little bit more on top of him to make sure he stays where he needs to be. And with that being said, Mondays and Tuesdays, when he gets home at 2:30, me being home was so vital. That's when he came in with those study guides. That's when the information was new to him, and we studied and we got that stuff ingrained in his head. And his medicine was still in him. So me getting home after 5, by that point, I've noticed that it's hard for me to study with him. I learned that in 1 week, that wait until 5 o'clock in the evening to study with him, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. Dinner still isn't being made because I was at work. I've learned that that's going to be a problem. I can't correspond with his teachers until in the middle of the night when they go to bed. I can't look over study guides and do as many things as I did from 2 to 5 than I normally would do. So I might have to change my off day to Tuesday. And as you know, I babysit on Mondays, which wasn't typically a problem because I could hold her and I could read material and I could do things. But come Wednesdays when I'm babysitting her now, I can't. I have to be so much more focused. Gavin at that point was behind last week. I could see it. He didn't have as much information as I would have hoped that he would from the stuff that we were doing. And trying to deal with a baby who was crying. She does not let you put her down. She doesn't let you sit down. Even when she's happy, she wants you to stand up and hold her. And she's a baby, and so she doesn't understand anything but what she wants. And that's fine. But right now, that little bit of money isn't worth the time it's going to take away from me and Gavin. I'm at a red light and I look so red. So, I'm already 5 minutes in. I need my work, my whole schedule changed and changed that. It changed the way I cooked. Mondays and Tuesdays, I cleaned my house and cooked a lot of stuff. So my house was spotless by the time Wednesday came. Lots of meal prep was done for later in the week. Some meals were already made. And I also freezer cook things. Yes, making YouTube videos is going to be hard because now I got to fit that into days that I normally didn't. And everything else is a little bit not on the perfect days anymore. Everything kind of worked perfectly with my old schedule, and it just won't do that. It won't be that anymore. And I got to figure it out. I got to figure it out for me. So I wanted y'all to know that because I want y'all to know how dedicated I am to my channel. And I want you to know that when you watch my videos that a lot of time went into that, probably in the middle of the night when I'm my tiredest. The next thing, meal prep. I'm going to quickly talk about it because I don't want to, it's simple information. This week was going to be a huge freezer cooking meal. I've got all this food in my freezer to make all of these meals. There's going to be a video out soon that I filmed this Sunday of 4 pasta dishes that I cooked this last game day where the referees goes over. I cooked 4 pasta dishes that morning. I got up at like 5:30. I got all of it prepped because I had nothing else done besides the cheese was shredded in my refrigerator. That was it. I got up at 5:30 and I started meal prep for all 4 of those dishes. Plus I made a roast, baked macaroni and peas for that day. Plus I had snacks and everything all organized and all set up. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see pictures I posted. I'll also have a video coming out after this of game day. Even though we lost, I even videotaped our reactions to the loss. But there's a lot in that video. There is me and the kids acting up and doing some fun stuff, and me cooking. I showed me cooking a roast, so that's coming out. And so that game day video isn't just us losing the game. It is a good family day with just me, Rainey, and the boys. And even though we lost, I still had a whole bunch of fun with my boys. And that video, I'm gonna like everything, all of it except at the very end. But I'm gonna put the end in because it's what happens. Shouldn't have happened, but it happens. That same day, so when you watch those noodle freezer cooking meals, those pasta meals for the freezer, I filmed them on that day, and I made another video that day. Neither one of them was edited that day, but I did all that one day. So basically I had the roast from yesterday, and we're eating it again tonight, and then all 4 of those meals are double meals. They're gonna be a meal with leftovers for another day in a week. So when I take those out, I gotta make sure that I take them out on a day that we still need leftovers for another day. So, keep an eye out for that video. But yes, that's one way that I get meals on the table for my family that are home cooked. I cook in bulk, freeze in bulk. Pasta meals, white beans, red beans. My kids love beans. Another thing that I utilize the freezer for, or big batches of meals and little batches of meals. Every parent has kids that don't like eating things. Ethan doesn't like anything that's fish related. Gavin doesn't like things that are spicy. Gavin's weird on some textures. So I know certain things I'm like, Gavin's not gonna eat this. Well, guess what? That's okay. I'll take out beans on a Monday or a Tuesday, and then the next day I'll cook something that Gavin doesn't like. Gavin will eat beans. The next day I can cook fish It's a quick cooking meal because fish cooks so quickly, and it's a work day, and I'm gonna take fish out, and Ethan's not gonna eat it, but that's okay. He'll eat beans. We have leftover beans from what we ate on Monday or Tuesday or whatever day. You get my drift? You always wanna have either a meal that you take out for the family that will have leftovers that the kids will, like anything the kids are gonna eat no matter what day it is, you wanna have extra inside of there. And you also want to freeze a couple of small ones. You can take them to lunch. You can take just a little portion out for just one kid. That's one way that I meal prep. Another way that I meal prep is transforming meals. I don't do that a lot. I will admit I don't transform meals a lot. It's either cook for that night or take a noodle bake out and have leftovers type of a thing. So that's how I meal prep for my family. My kids love salads. I will take a day where I make a salad, and when I make the salad for one dish, I chop a lot for another dish. You'll see that in a video right after this one. You're gonna see that in a video. My next video, I'll show you how I came home one day and I made dinner and I cut up salad for it, and voila. In fact, that happened last Monday. On the first day that my schedule change went into play, I went home, meal prepped my meal for that night, and for the next day, made a salad for the week, and did a power hour clean. And I talked a whole lot about my dentist appointment. And if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that dentist appointment was probably so stressful for me. So watch that video because you'll find out if I get good news or bad news. So I think that's all I really wanted to talk about for today. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed all my videos to come, because guess what? In order to get them out, I'm gonna have to squeeze time into everything. Literally today, while I was eating lunch, I was putting clips together that I need to edit later on so I can make that video happen, which is my next video. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you're a working mom, if you're struggling to get things done, if you're struggling to make agendas work, any of those things, I applaud you. I am there with you. I am a mom, and we're all doing a great job. You might not feel like it today. You may have never felt like it tomorrow. But if you're feeling that way, it's because you're a good mom and you care. And you are. You're a fantastic mom, and you will get it done. And whatever doesn't get done, your kids are happy and healthy, and they have a mom that cares about them. And that's more than what some people have. I know that when I am failing, or I feel like I'm failing, I know that I'm not. But it pushes me to do one more thing. And it pushes me to get one more thing checked off my list, or to make the next day a more productive day. And so with that being said, for me, to any mom out there, or any parent, just do your best. And your kids will see it. They will feel it. You tell them you love them every day. You hug them every day. And you put your best foot forward. And you teach that to them. Because that is what life is all about. Bye for now. I love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for any of the support that you've given me. It means a lot. And at the end of the day, it's a channel for memories, if nothing more. Bye.